Hello, friends. I would first of all like to welcome you all to this new movement of stress management. You know, in life, there are several times that we get subjected to stress, and the stress, in other ways, looks to be more inevitable in life. However, it is how well we manage stress that actually helps us to, maintain the components of the mental health, not just the mental health, but also the components of health in those other sectors. About the components of the health are what I'm going to explain in the next episode. But in this episode, just allow me to explain to you what the actual origin of stress is, because there are a lot more times that I've been expressing about stress and stressful, situations. Theoretically, the main origin of stress can be looked at through three theories. That is to say, the first theory is about the events life theory. That simply means to say the main source of stress that someone experiences is actually originated through the lifestyles as well as every single situation that they get subjected in life. This actually suggests to say whatever situation that you go through in life is having a possibility to subject you to stress, and that stress can either affect you positively or negatively. The other origin of stress is actually the hardness. The hardness simply looks at the perspective from which we look at the situations. I mean, how we judge situations determines whether we can look at those situations as being stressful or not. Consider a scenario where some students get late for a class, and who is in the class is but a tough lecturer. This student is more likely even to be scolded. However, that student might either look at this situation as a source of shyness after being scorned that is going to subject the person to a very high stressful situation, or else the person might look at the scorning as being something that will just shape them for the better. That is yet another perspective. So this is the hardness theory, the perspective from which we look at the situations as being a source of our stress or not. Another main great source or the origin of stress, theoretically, is just the social support. Some other people tend to have stress, or they are said to be subjected to stress just because they lack social support. I mean, the lack of social support might stand out to be another origin of stress. These are the main three theoretical views of what the origin of stress can be. So, cumulatively, we are looking at the first origin of stress as being the one that is originating from the life events theory. We're also looking at another source or origin of stress as being the hardships theory, that is the perspective we look at situations from. And yet, the third as being the lack of social support. I would like to also promise you guys to still follow this series of episodes up until we deal with this stress. Remember, stress management is just key and is also aligning itself next to mental health components.